Yo, what's going on, Crypto Nation? Happy 4th of July to everybody that celebrates that good stuff. Yo ho ho ho. I've got a good one coming up today. We're going to be going live on a little bit of a warm one. Yo, we got a hot little car that I just took out of the mine, guys. So this bad boy decided that with it in the wind, as much airflow as humanly possible, this bad boy wanted to live life as super in loud. The wind. It's like, good God. So this thing absolutely needs to be taken apart. Whew. So what's going on, everybody in the house? Stay tuned. Yo, Crypto Nation and mining family. Crypto Nation and mining family, what's going on? Of course, like always, it's not financial advice. Yo, what's going on, everybody in that Crypto Nation? Sitting here waiting for pretty much everybody to kind of show up, all that good stuff, of course, guys. So looks like we got Cy420 in his house. Yo, what's going on, my man D-Tech? Yo, looks like we're still kind of waiting for everybody to show up. I'm kind of figuring, I really wasn't thinking a bunch of people were going to show up, so we'll see how this one goes. Yo, D-Tech, I see you in his house. Yo. Guys, definitely smash that Lizzie like button, guys. Smash it. Boom. So how is everybody doing on this 4th of July? Yo, my man Crypto Mikkel, my bro. All you new people here, if you guys haven't checked out my man Crypto Mikkel, yo, he's my cohort on Decentralized TV. Yo, definitely check him out on his channel too. I know he's got some more viewers than I do, that little brr, but I'll still try to get him some love his way. It's all good. Friendly competition. Yo. So, definitely all you guys out there are going to be able to pretty much ask me whatever you want. So, guys, I'm going to sit there and take apart one of these bad boys, clean it, see why it wants to live life so hot. I mean, the fans are turning, it's in the wind, and it's just not happy. That's what really grinds my fans. So before you have any issues, you always want to sit there and yo, Cy420, what's going on? So before you ever have any issues, if you ever notice that your cards are trying to live life a little bit on the hot side, definitely pull it off, give it a good clean, re-thermal paste it. You're trying to preserve your cards as long as possible. If you've given it the best condition and it still wants to live life hot, it needs to come apart. So yo, what's going on? So anybody's got any kind of questions, doesn't matter. It's kind of a free-for-all, you know, 4th of July. It's my day off. You know, I was noticing that my mining room, even with 6,000 CFM fans. Oh, dude, yes. So, Cy420, that's a good question right off the bat. Bam! So the wiring went as smoothly as can be. Hey man, Cy420, I'm here to answer whatever questions you've got. So, with the wiring went off without a hitch. So I dropped the wiring in underneath my house. See if I can get out of the way here. I've got the 220 in my panel over here. Woo! So what 220 is, it's like sitting there and running 2 fuses with 2 power wires going to 1 plug. And guess what? Your power supplies are smart enough to notice the difference. If not, they usually have a little power switch on there, because the same power supplies are being sold here in America as well as in Europe. So they're not going to make a European and a American version. They're just going to make one, and they're going to give people the ability to run this in the servers. So they just give you all these nice options to be able to run these. So I put everything into an L6 plug outlet going to my trip light. So it was an L6 30 amp plug going to my trip light power supply. Dude, that thing is amazing. I've got stuff already plugged into it. It was able to split the load up. My fuse was a lot cooler. It like significantly dropped the temps down. It was running at like about 101, 102 degrees on the fuse. And since I split them up, now they're sitting right around like 80 degrees. And I've got a little temperature probe, so I was able to sit there and probe them. Oh, good, right? So, bam. That was a good question. And I don't know if Gundy has shown up. If he hasn't, he was... Okay, I think it might be better for me to go to 1660 OCs than the 1070s. I can get 8 cards then in a 2. Yeah, so yeah, the 1660s are a great option. They are a good replacement for the 1070. The only difference between the two is that I've got 8 gigabytes of memory. Depending on the algorithm, Sci420. Some of the algorithms, the 1660 Ti's will pull just as much power as the my 1070s with the same hash rate. So it kind of depends on what you're doing. But if Gundy's in the house, Gundy had put a question up on my other one of my other videos. So what we have here is 110 wiring. So this is 12 gauge, 2 lead. What that means is that we've got 1 hot, 1 neutral, and then we got ground. Okay. So this is your 110 wiring. This is just for anybody who's wondering what I did, because I wired this all up myself. Uh-oh. That was bad, huh? But here is what they call 220 wiring. Let me get this out of the way, a little paper. So, if you look at this now you're like, wow, this is 12 gauge by 3 wire. So what that gives you is it gives you 2 hots that will run 110 on them a piece. So it's splitting the load, 1 neutral and 1 ground. Where on this one you get 1 power, 1 neutral, 1 ground. Bam. And you always want to run your grounds. Always, always, always. This helps with static discharge. And do not run this wire with your ground wire, even though they're both in your fuse box going to the same place, but because you're running them down 2 different paths for that long of a distance, it stops them from feeding into each other. You do not want these wiring to start back feeding into each other and start wiping out equipment. No good. So just little tidbits of good information. If you're gonna do it yourself. If you're not, please don't do it. I don't want anybody to start their house on fire, because 220 will weld in the quickest way. So you've got to absolutely respect what you're doing, and if you're not comfortable with it, hire a professional. Please don't do it yourself if you don't know how to. Oh, nice. I got a professional in for a new panel. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Yeah, leave it to the pros. Thank you, Crypto Mikkel. Thank you, thank you. So, anybody else got any awesome questions on this awesome day? For me, it is a little quiet. People have been popping off fireworks here and there, freaking out my cats. There's nothing I can do about it at this point, right? So, let's go into me tearing this bad boy apart now that she's actually cooled down. That's what I was kind of waiting for it. I literally took this off moments before starting the live stream. Hey, Sci420, I have never been to the UK, okay? If you want to pay for me to come out there, pay for my time to work there, dude, I might be considering that. That would be an awesome excuse to take a vacation, dude. Oh, a paid vacation, yes. Yes, Mikkel, when in doubt, contract it out. Yes, yes, yes. All right, so let's pull out my screwdriver. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to crack off the cooler, which are going to be these bolts right here, my man. And with these cards, it does... Whoop, it's not this one. All right. All right, so it is a number 1 bit. I grabbed the number 2 bit first. It is a number 1. All right, so we're going to crack you apart. And I'm expecting this thing to be nasty, real nasty. Alright. And if you guys haven't ever done GPU refurbishing like I am doing right now and you don't feel comfortable with it, you can certainly send it to me. I've actually got a PO box and everything like that, so if you want to send it to me, for a small fee, I will refurbish your GPUs very nicely. Let's see here. How do you want to come apart? All of these always come apart so much differently. I haven't taken apart one of these yet. So it looks like I need to take these 2 screws off also. It looks like it's holding on to... Alright. Hey, AdMate! Yo! What's going on, my man? Is my wife pimping me out now? Too funny. Alright. Alright. Should just come apart. Alright. Come on. Come on. Alright. I don't see any other screws. Alright, why is this thing not wanting to come apart? This thing is trying to make a liar out of me and it doesn't want to come apart here. Oh, there might be a hidden screw here. No, that's not holding that on. I don't get it. Man, oh, it just moved. Alright, I think I got it. Oh, this one was like really stuck. Oh, I got it. Yo! Oh my gosh. That thing was stuck on there. Holy cow. I think this was bad. Oh my god, no kidding. Oh, that's nasty. That's real nasty, I have to say. Oh, wow. This is the first one that I've actually pulled apart where the thermal tape was actually bad on it. Wow. I guess to replace some thermal tape because it's nasty. There we go. There's one. Oh, that's real nasty. Wow, this thing's got like a ton of plugs on it. Holy cow. There we go. So, let me show you what I'm talking about here. Bam. So, you see how it's kind of just flopping around? Well, that's probably why everything is like kind of getting a little toasty. We have a small breakdown in compounds. So, that's nasty. Thank God I have some of that good stuff right here, guys. Yo! So, bam. It is like thoroughly nasty, guys. Bam, check that out. So, back to the workbench. Boom. So now, you know what? I did not grab a pair of scissors out of everything that I grabbed, because I wasn't a lot of my GPUs that I've pulled apart. I haven't had an issue with thermal pads actually. It's been that the thermal pads have been good. So I'm gonna grab a pair of scissors. I just gotta run. Let's see, I have them behind me. No, of course I can't be that lucky. 2 seconds here. I gotta grab scissors. Bam. Hey, Presto! Yo, my man! Glad you made it. So, since I know you just kind of missed the whole beginning portion of everything, so I just cracked open a GTX 1070 Ti, and it was a little stuck, and whenever I pulled it apart, the thermal pads actually broke on it. You can actually see this one's missing a chunk, and that chunk is still on the memory that it's sitting on. Damn. So, and the thermal paste on here is nasty. Ew. So, we're gonna go ahead and start cleaning this up. And oh man, I didn't grab my somebody put my vacuum cleaner away too. That probably was me a little earlier when I was cleaning up. Damn it. I need that now. So, because I want to blow everything out now that I've got it open. It doesn't look like it's horribly bad, but I don't know if you guys can see this. Let me change my camera view on here. So, bam. You can see right above my finger. It's nasty. If my camera will focus in. Come on, camera. Of course, it's not going to focus in. It's bad. So I'm going to get something to blow this out. Damn it. I hate when I do this. I had it out earlier. Bam. Just like that. Just like that. You gotta grab a little bitty shop vac. They do make like little vacuums for it and stuff. I've always kind of just used this. just because it's got a where I can actually sit there and blow air out of it and doesn't have to be just a vacuum cleaner. Ugh. I hope I didn't just blow out anybody's eardrums. So, in the second here, I'm going to turn this, I'm going to mute my mic while I blow out the cooler and stuff like that. I'm going to blow it out away from my computer so my computer's not breathing this junk in too. But if anybody has any kind of questions, Psi 420, that's a good question. I almost missed that. How long does the compound usually last? Well, it depends on the compound you have, but if you're using like an aftermarket compound and it's a higher end one like Grizzly Compound or Arctic, I would say at least 2 years. Anytime that it starts to live life into the 70s, into the 80s, you're in the upper threshold. So as soon as you start seeing temperature spikes, that's going to start really telling you that the compound is as hard as a rock. Would I need to put my new rig in a tent so I can get good extraction? That's actually a good question too. Thank you, Presto, for pointing that one out. I almost missed that too because I'm like grabbing stuff. Thank you guys. I love this community. Y'all get a gold sticker for that. Awesome. So the tent, what a tent would do for you is it would isolate your rig. And it gives your rig a smaller breathing area so that you can actually control airflow in there more adequately. And if you're piping it directly, having an inlet from outside and having it blow back outside, it makes it so much easier to manage. For me, I have a whole bedroom that I wasn't using, so I've got the whole room dedicated as a mining facility. So that's basically what I've done for the moment. Heck yeah, Presto. That's one thing I love about this community. I mean, there's always something to be learned from somebody in here. Even if you don't think you have something to teach, even a good question can spark an idea that can solve a lot of issues later on. So definitely awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to mute my mic for just a moment here while I go ahead and blow the insides of this thing out. Need some interval music. yeah. I could have done that actually. Damn, not now that I think about it, I really could have. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and take this nasty thermal compound stuff off and the tape off of here. Bam, bada bam, bada bam. Now when you're replacing the thermal tape, the actual tape like this, you're just covering up certain components on the motherboard on the board itself. So The one thing you're going to be covering, making sure you get good coverage on, is the memory. This is all the memory going all the way around. Bam, 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 bam. And then you're going to catch all of these, and then all the capacitors. You want to make sure that these bad boys stay as cool as possible. If not, it's going to have a meltdown. So make sure that you make sure that they're covered properly. And I can go back to bam. And you see, I'm just kind of peeling off the nasty. I mean, it's like coming off, and like I'm just wiping it off. It's pretty bad. I've never had the tape just come apart like this in my hands. Oh, nice. 12 days until you are running. Dude, awesome. All right. Bam. Now, I'm also going to replace it over here. This way, all the thermal paste, and the thermal tape is all fresh. Because, man, this stuff comes up too easy. Bam. Now, we're able to start from fresh on this. Now, the other thing that I like to use, it's the easiest way to actually get the thermal compound off a paper or business card as a scraper. The nastier it is, the harder it is, the more it just scrapes up. Oh, this one's baked on. Wow. All right. All right. Crap, I deleted instead of editing it. Yeah, it's a little wonky to be using it on your phone. I will admit that. And then I also have a microfiber towel that I use. I'll get it in there, get nice and dirty. Because this is like kind of embedded in here. It's pretty bad, actually. I'm glad I grabbed a little bit of rubbing pad, alcohol pad here. For whatever doesn't want to come up, it will now. Bam. Just like that. You could tell. That's nasty. Bam. All right. I read most of it. I can't wait for a keyboard. Yo, yeah, keyboards make things a little easier. Alright, so this is where you just kind of go through and you can just measure it all out here. So, bam. And then we'll go ahead. Bam. And bam. Just like that. And now it fits in between the screws. Yo, I like that. Actually, it's just a pinch long. And then go ahead and peel it back. Now there's plastic on both sides of this. Make sure you pull the plastic off if you're doing this, and it's like going to try to suction cup to you. Bam. Just like that. Bam. And that's just putting one pad on. I gotta put it here. All this good stuff. Bam. Oop. I dropped it. Thank God for plastic. Oh, come on, plastic. Peel. Yeah. Just like that. Bam, now all that stuff on that side is going to be nice and safe. Oh yeah. Bam. Alright. And I'm kind of thinking that they got little squares that they've kind of like put on there. I bet you that correlates with sizings and stuff that I need and placements. So bam, bam. Yeah, I bet you. So maybe, if it allow it, right? All right. So bam. Get off of me! The plastic is very staticky. No, I won't double up the tape. There's because of the fact that it's still got to be. You have to have a certain height of the cooler to the CPU chipset. So from here to the main chipset, it's got to maintain a specific distance on there. So with that being said, if you're too thick on the thermal tape, your cooler is going to be lifted too far away from the CPU set and it'll start to run a little warm. That's a very good question, Sci420. Some coolers though, I have seen it where it was doubled up from the manufacturer, but those are, you know, exclusions to it, not the norm. Cool. Alright, but bam, just like that.
Sorry to interrupt.
Sure.
Do you want any mics, like cherry lemonade or anything?
Sure.
Okay.
Thank you, baby. And hey, guys, if you guys liked my intro, that was my awesome wife that had made it for me. Smash the like button for her. Yo! Gotta shield her a little bit now. So, bam. Just like that. Cy420 says hello. And Presto says the intro was nice.
Cool.
Alright, so now we're putting in the last little bit of thermal tape here. Yo. So we're going to make a little mark where I think you should be. Alright. What's nice about this is you don't have to be absolutely perfect. As long as it's got coverage, that's all that it matters. Oh, Presto, no problem. Certainly go do the family life, dude. I do not take any offense to anybody that has to go do the family thing. Bam. So just like that, guys. Oh yes. Oh yeah, the family life, dude. You can't knock anybody with the family life. Cannot. At least I know I can't. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give this card just a little bit of an extra little cleaning here. Vacuum cleaner doesn't just get everything up. Alright, give all the little chipsets a good little wipe down here. All right. All right, cool. So, bam. All right, so fans look like they're in great shape. Now, if you guys wanted to take off the fans and everything, this is the point where you would do it at. So the fan shroud has just two screws here at the bottom, bam and a bam, nothing at the top. The shroud comes off with the fans all in there, and through the front, see if I can, bam, through the front, I don't know if you can see one of the screws. Let me turn the fan. So there's one of the screws right there. So bam. You would just, there's 4 screws, pulls it out from the front, bam, you can replace them, clean them from the back side. Mine don't look too bad. I have seen way worse where I have pulled them apart just to get the dust bunnies out from behind it. Some of them are nasty. Presto, you have a great night, my man. Go have fun with the wifey. Let me know how the send some pictures of the fireworks coming over the mountains, dude. That has to be amazing, dude. Oh my god. Oh, thirsty. Hold on, guys. So basically, from this point on, they're pretty much ready to go back together and live life beautifully, right? So, let's see here. I need some of... Let's go back to this. So I got my handy dandy MK4 from Arctic. This is non-conductive thermal compound, dude. Come on, guys. This is good stuff here. You don't have to put a ton of this on. You could put so much on there that it's a waste. You could put just a pinch on there and you're all good. Yo, side 420. I'll see you right back. Grab yourself one of a good cup of joe. All right. So, go ahead and I'm not putting a whole lot on here, guys. I make me a little X. It's a thin X. It's not that big, guys. It is as thin as this applicator will allow me to put on. Gives me good dye coverage. That's what I like. And whenever I'm landing these back together, especially ones like this, these are the harder cards to actually put back together, guys. So, with that being said, guys, we are going to attempt to put this together in one shot. Dun, dun, dun. All right, here. So, remember that I had a few connectors in. These connectors are always the easier ones, because you can see everything. And then you flip over to the one that's going to now give you a little bit of a harder time sometimes. Alright, here. There we go. Bam. Just like that. Now with Gigabytes, they have like a little pole, like a post for where the screws actually go in, so they're a little lifted off the board. So once you get them together, they kind of guide themselves back, which is really nice. Alright, guys. Now I always kind of just start the screws first, just in case something doesn't want to line up properly. Oop. And this doesn't have to be like gorilla tight. You're talking finger tight, guys. Make sure everything is coming together properly. Excellent. Always got to be careful whenever you're putting in like different thermal pads and stuff. Just got to make sure that it's not like getting like torqued out weird. Oh yeah. Going back together. Oh yeah. So. Bam. Alright, so looks like the thermal pads are nice and smushed. Oh, I like that. Oh, that looks good. Oh yeah. That looks real good. Alright. So, now this thing is ready to go back into the mine, guys. Yo! So, anybody got any kind of questions at all with what I've done? Whatsoever. Bam! Oh yeah. Oh yeah, she looks good. This is what you would basically consider a refurbished unit. If I wanted to resell this, I would basically crack the cooler off, clean it from the inside of the cooler, take the fans off, clean the fans, and you probably would not be able to tell that this had ever lived life in the mine if I wanted to go ahead and resell it, but I'm not. I like this thing. This is a really efficient card. So it just depends on what. No, you don't need to use a ratchet screwdriver. This isn't a ratchet screwdriver. This is just a regular, like with a number 1 bit on there. Cordic. No, this is not an Asus. This is a Gigabyte GTX 1070 Ti. Bam. Alright. And then this was all that nasty, really nasty thermal tape that I pulled off. That was pretty bad. It's like that was really, really bad. Oh, it was bad. So, I mean, when it comes off in like flakes, you know it's been heated up really bad. So this thing was in the wind. It's like right in front of the window that has wind coming in, and I mean not just a little bit of light breeze. I mean enough of a breeze coming through the window that I can feel it on the other side of the room. And this bad boy has still wanted to live life hot. I mean, the only thing that's really left is for me to really just kind of put it in the mine. Fire this thing back up and see if temps are down on it. You guys want to, like, hang tight while I do that? I could probably give a little bit of music while I'm away for a second. Let's see here. Yeah. I can actually give some music if you guys would like, and I could put it in and tell you what the temperatures are. Here we go. What I'm going to do is I am going to turn up some music real quick, and I'm going to put this back in the mine. It'll take me like maybe a couple of minutes, maybe. I'll try to be as quickly as possible. All right. Okay, so bam. I hope I wasn't too long for you. I've got the rig back up and running. Woo! That was a quick one. It's kind of warm outside. It's like 90 degrees outside. Probably about 110 in the mining room. Woo! I'm sure you guys missed me a lot. Yo. So let me go ahead and fire this up. Oh. It's now seeing the rig. It sees all the cards. That's a good sign. It's downloading stuff. Yeah, it feels like 185 in the mine. Whew. No, I am not using NiceHash. I am on Simple Miner OS with this one. And this rig in particular is mining on Lyra Rev 3. Let's see here. Of course, it's going to be slow. Actually, Sci420, this is actually a really easy one to use. Downloading my config. It's booting up all the way now. Yo! Loading up Crypto Dredge because it is a NVIDIA rig, and NVIDIA benefits with Crypto Dredge. And what's the other one? Let's see here. I remember in a second. It was Claymore. Yes. So the new Claymore and the Crypto Dredge for NVIDIA are pretty beastly. Sci420, I've got links in down below. If you wanted to hop into our Discord, if you're not already, you can talk to me or Crypto Mikkel. We both have awesome experience with Hive and Simple Miner OS. Actually, Sci, that's a good question. If you want something easy to use, I would recommend, and I'm sure that Crypto Mikkel will 100% back me up on this one. Yo, I would use Hive OS. Why, you might ask? I might have stuff on Simple Miner, but Simple Miner will charge you from rig 1. It's $2 a month per rig, where Hive OS is free up to 3 rigs. So 3 different motherboards. Does not matter how many graphics cards, just 3 motherboards. It's free to use. If you put 4 on there, then you're paying for all 4 of them. And yo, Sai, I've got links. I've got an affiliate link for Kudo Miner. So bam, yo, Mr. Harry Lasagna, yo, what is going on? My man in his house. So, yeah, but like I was saying, I've got Kudo Miner links down below if you're wanting to use that Sai, and it'll get you like 5,000 free Satoshis, and it helps me out a little bit with my channel. Yo. Oh, hey, Mr. Harry Lasagna, that is awesome. Thank you for dropping in. Definitely hit that like button while you're here. Yo! Yeah, I knew it was like because it's you know, a holiday, the 4th, and all that good stuff. I wasn't expecting to have a whole bunch of people watching this. I figured that I would just turn it on and do some maintenance on my mining rig while I've got a day off, and now I've got my little kitty. Yo, this is kitty number 2 that hates the fireworks. So yeah, guys, got any questions? Yep, that's my kitty. His name is Mischief, and he does live up to his name. Give him a little bit of loving up over here. Yeah. The abuse he has to put up with. Look at the abuse. The abuse he puts up with. Ah. All right, dude. Enough abuse. All right, thank you. So, we've been going here for almost an hour. Oh yeah, both of my cats, they like, anytime I open up the mining room, and I try to keep them out of the mining room. Now, if any of you guys have your fur babies, you're gonna understand what I'm about to say. Their fur practically gets everywhere. You're like, man, they haven't been in there. But somehow their fur is in there, like they have been living in there. So, yeah. My cats, I try to keep them out of the mining room. In the wintertime, they tend to live in there because it's like the hottest room of the house. And in the wintertime, I'll reverse the fans and have them blow in. So I'm actually like pumping cold air in the wintertime. And the rest of my house stays like 75 to 80 degrees unless I open up windows periodically through the house to keep the house cool. Oh yes, I definitely check out the Hive videos. I mean, the big thing is, this computer that you're wanting to mine, is it your main computer, or are you dedicating an actual rig for mining that you are not going to be using for anything else other than mining? That'll tell me which one you'd really want to use. Ugh. No, dedicated. All right, my man. Since it's going to be dedicated, then yes, definitely look into Hive. And then you can sit there and mine the actual coin. Yo, Bruno! Oh, check this out. I'm gonna do something for this guy. Cause he is in that yen. Dude, he's on the island, guys. He's on the island with me. He knows what this is all about. So bam. Anybody else that would like to be on the island, that wants to be on the in crowd with the cool kids, I've got some links in down below if you want to check out the island, guys. Yo. But Bruno, what's going on, my man? Glad you showed up. Oh. Sai, look at me. You might want to check the links down below. There may be a golden ticket down there. Right down there. Yo, Bruno! And I've got to do this too. And bam. Because Cordic is a homie of mine. And he deserves a wrench because he's a good homie of mine. Bam. just like that. I thought you might like that, Psi-420. You get a gold sticker. Bam! Yep, it is beta. So things are going to be changing here in a few months. So it will be down the road where the island is going to change. So things that we have seen are going to be unseen. We will have seen stuff that nobody else will have ever known. They won't even believe that we had seen something different. So this will be amazing. So Psi-420, welcome to the island. Does anybody out there have any kind of questions? I mean, this is an AMA. Ask me anything, guys. Come on, I'm just chilling out here. Heck yeah, Bruno. Chilling with some friends. Chilling with the homies. Yo, excellent, excellent, excellent. Does anybody have any kind of questions whatsoever? I mean, anything. Any kind of mining questions that you may have that you're like, man, I'm afraid to ask. Now's the time to ask. I'm just saying. Drinking that Pabst Blue Ribbon. Damn, dude, I haven't heard anybody drinking that stuff in a hot minute. Damn. Does anybody have any 4th of July plans out there? Yo, I got a question for you. What are you doing later on tonight? Are you going to go see some fireworks tonight? Me personally, I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna chill out. The wife's gonna get some adult beverages, and I'm gonna enjoy it from the house. I'm going to be hearing every neighbor of mine blowing off fireworks, probably here in a couple of hours, whenever the sun goes down. Oh, nice. Went to a barbecue earlier. Nice, very nice. Yeah, you can download Windows 10 to a USB. I wouldn't run it off of the USB, but you're going to use it as a to download it into your computer. Yes. Do I have it here somewhere? I know I got one here. Hold on here. Oh. Oop. Oh. I can't get to it. I have it in my drawer. My wire for my camera is in the way, I think. Therefore I am. I think it's trapped. But, forget this. You're coming out of the way now. Hey, there we go. I found it. Yo! So, bam. That's Windows 10. That's mine. I downloaded it. On there, free. Just be careful if you're doing it that way, that you're getting it from a trusted site, that you're not downloading a virus. You don't want to be mining that Monero without yourself knowing about it. But you can also sit there and put HiveOS onto this too. Yo! And then you're running HiveOS on a thumb drive. No necessity for a hard drive or a M.2, not any of that stuff. Run it all off of this. Windows, you're going to want to have SSD, or it's like an M.2. I'm not really a big fan of. If it wiggles in the port in the slightest bit at all, it wipes the whole stick out. Where at least with SSD, if I lose power, it's fine. I'd have to have a meltdown on my power supply in order to damage it. But that's me. And on top of that, SSDs and disk drives and the M.2s actually take a little more electricity than one of these. So it depends on if you're trying to squeak out, every last Satoshi out of that rig. You're trying to wring it like a rag. Yeah, that's pretty much what I would do. Here, let me switch cameras here. Bam. So, going for a ride, guys. Bam. So, there's another rig. That is separate from the PC. Completely separate. Whoop. There we go. Bam. Sorry about that. If you guys get all sick from the motion of the camera, sorry about that. Sorry, not sorry. Excellent. That's good to have a plan. Have a plan. Execute the plan. Make a new plan. So, anybody else got any other excellent questions out there that I'd be more than happy to answer on this festive day? Because I know I got 4 of you watching right now. This is the time. Speak up. Any of you guys. Any kind of questions. So we're like over that hour marker right now. I'm figuring I'm going to wrap it up here then, since nobody's got any other questions. And Sci420. I also have a link down there, not only for the island for you, but for my private group on the island. Definitely check that out too. Get some of that behind the scenes knowledge, guys. Yo, definitely, guys. And guys think of any other questions later on, definitely get into the private group and message us, and we will definitely help you out. You'll have Hive up tomorrow, dude. If you get it up and running tomorrow, you'll get a gold sticker. Bam. That's called leveling up, dude. Right off the bat, if you can get it to work. First try. Bam. And if you have any questions, Si, definitely hit me up. Hit me or Mikkel up. We will be more than happy to help you out, my man. No problem, Sci420. Glad to have you on the island. Having some great crypto friends on the island to be able to sit there and share that knowledge with, that is amazing. Yes, everybody, You have a great Independence Day if you're here in the United States. If you're outside the United States, you just have a wonderful day and just grind on, dude. Yo! And like always, definitely, guys, smash that Lizzie like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and if you could, please, guys, share these videos with other people. It helps me spread the knowledge out to all the other good crypto people that are missing out on the daily dose of knowledge bombs. And with that, I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.